You ever feel like your broadband rollout is on track on paper, but somehow execution keeps stalling? You hold meetings, you set the strategy, you review the dashboards, and yet your network bills fall behind. Every issue lingers and decisions gets lost between teams. Hi, I'm Michael McCathern, professional coach and certified disc professional. I help senior leaders in broadband and telecom turn frustration and momentum, build independent, high-performing teams that deliver projects on time, every time. Because here's the truth. Most broadband leadership struggles aren't about talent. They're about alignment. So let's be real. Your operations teams are capable, but communication gaps slow down execution. Project managers work hard, but in silos. In meetings, they eat your week, but rarely produce decisions that move fiber networks forward. Upgrades, they're slow. Service improvements, they're not moving. But as a senior leader, you're stuck in a cycle. And I call it 4 things you're stuck in. You're repeating priorities across multiple teams, explaining decisions that should already be clear. You're watching network rollouts at 60%. And probably the worst thing, micromanaging managers who should be leading independently already. Trust me, I'm aware. But it's frustrating. And if it's not frustrating, if it's really not your people, it's your system, right? So it's not really you, it's the system that you're using. So after 25 years of coaching and a telecom professional here and coaching giants at the highest level, this is what I realized. Leadership programs teaches theory. Workshop teaches concepts. But none of this helps when your projects are delayed, escalations spike, and teams miscommunicate, right? So the real breakthrough happens when senior leadership communicates with clarity. Install predictable systems that guide execution. Particularly, there are complex broadband operations where timelines, regulations, and service expectations are very high. And this is where DISC and structural leadership alignment makes all the difference, turning uncertainty into action. And this is why I created the Lead Clear method. It's a 5-step system that turns misalignment independent teams into high-performing independent teams in just 12 weeks. And here's how it works in broadband. We'll lead and diagnose, right? Independent, where the network operations service teams and cross-functional teams break down using DISC communication pulse assessments. We'll educate and decode. We teach managers how to communicate effectively with different personalities, so improving escalations and tasks gets complete without friction. We'll align priorities, and that just means we'll convert priority strategies to rollout plans into actionable 2-week execution cycles with clear owners. We'll drive execution. We'll replace long, unproductive meetings with 15-minute huddles that drive decisions on fiber builds, network upgrades, and service delivery. And we'll coach and sustain. Build leaders who self-correct, maintain performance, and scale success across multiple teams and regions. So when you have this, you have less chaos, more execution, network builds on time, service improved, and teams that deliver without you in the weeds. So here's an example. You have a VP of network operations managing 700 broadband technicians and leaders and managers and engineers that were just struggling with installs, fiber builds that delayed network expansion. After implementing the Lead Clear and DISC communication strategies, escalations times dropped by 50%, weekly huddles replaced hours of unproductive status meetings, network rollout initiatives moved forward on schedule, and managers were excited, but they executed independently. So his team said it best: we don't guess anymore. We know what to do and how to do it. So we have clarity, you have cadence, and you have alignment. It makes all the difference for senior broadband leaders facing high-stake projects. And if this resonates, I want to invite you to a complimentary strategy session exclusively for senior leaders in broadband. In this one-on-one, we'll identify where your meetings and priorities are draining time, build a 30-day plan to move one stall network rollout strategy, that initiative forward. We'll build out one DISC communication tool that you can implement and ready immediately. And it's not really a generic webinar. It'll be tailored just for you, your team, and your high-stakes broadband operation. So here's the choice. You can keep the same meetings, watching fiber bills stall, or firefighting every week, or you can take action. Install a proven system that leads teams that execute with clarity, independence, and momentum. So click the link below and apply for your execution strategy session. So you all know the biggest risk isn't trying something new. The biggest risk is staying stuck in misalignment another quarter. Momentum starts the moment senior leaders and broadband lead with clarity. Again, click the link below. Let's create a roadmap that turns frustration into measurable results.